Coming up, 11 goals at the Rock. We're going to break down what we saw in a 6-5 New Jersey Devils win against the Islanders. Talk about how incredible that top line for the Devils is going to look. Some fourth line considerations, and we're going to talk about some of that defensive play. Oh, baby, it is October. We are 10 days away from the home opener against the Detroit Red Wings. We're going to talk tonight, a little post-game reaction as the Devils defeat the Islanders 6-5 at the Rock. Very interesting type of game. I think that when we're talking about this game, I don't think you would have thought that there'd be 11 goals, especially the way the Islanders play a more defensive style of hockey. And, of course, Sorokin in goal. So, we're going to break it down a little bit. The top line, listen, absolutely incredible. Jack Hughes, Tofolli, Jesper Bratt with the hat trick. What more can you say? I really think as this year goes on, I think that they're going to be a staple. Probably, I'm going to say the top 5 lines in the NHL that all teams are talking about. They're going to have a target on their back as one of the best lines in the league, and all opposition defensive pairings are going to come in and say, we got to shut these guys down. But I don't know if anybody can shut these guys down. They are so fluid with the puck. You know, the way that they find open ice, how fluid they are. Jack is getting better and better, and I will not be surprised at all if he has 110 points this year. And more so the veteran presence of Tyler Tofolli, you know, bringing a guy like this in who had a career year for the Calgary Flames. Just seeing him tonight and seeing how he complements Jack and complements Jesper Bratt, it's going to be phenomenal to watch. So a lot of great things happening offensively, obviously with that top line. Other things happening that were great with some fourth line potential players for this Devils organization. And a lot of fourth line players to showcase if they're ready for the NHL squad, right? So Nosek, to me, was a little disappointing. You look at someone like Bastian, looked a little rusty, using his body, being physical, coming off that injury that he had to his shoulder, you know, with the surgery. I thought he wasn't going to be playing too much in the preseason, and I was kind of leaning toward him maybe starting the year on the IR. So it is great to see him back out on the ice. I thought Lazar played absolutely incredible tonight. I thought that he was banging around his body on the boards. He was finding those loose pucks, really getting to the puck before any defensive player for the Islanders and making some plays, you know, and that's what we want to see from Curtis Lazar, who's really fighting to be on that fourth line to start the year. And I'll be honest, right now, I think he's going to be on that fourth line, and I think he's going to be fighting with Bastian as the healthy scratch to start the year. So some of the things we're going to get into, 6 goals is incredible for the Devils. We're going to see that, I'm sure, many times in the regular season. But the fact that we gave up 5 goals, we're going to talk a little bit about the negative of what we saw. It's always great to start off, obviously, an episode of post-game reaction with a win, right? We're 5-0 in the preseason. Yes, I know it's the preseason, and we don't look overall at the numbers, you know, wins and losses as much as obviously you do in the regular season. Preseason, you want to get to know the players a little better, see how they gel, obviously, you know, with their line mates, with their future line mates, and potential line mates. Some of the negatives we saw tonight, defensively, right? Defensively, there was way too many breakdowns and some of the things that you do get a little bit concerned with going into the regular season. Luke Hughes, listen, he is phenomenal offensively. He dances with the puck. He controls the blue line extremely well. His stick handling, incredible. Tonight, he struggled very, very much on the defensive side of the puck. He was getting beat on the boards consistently. He was blindly throwing passes up the boards through the center of the ice, some turnovers in the slot. You saw it late with Barzal. You saw it on that 5th goal as well. So there's a lot to clean up. And I was texting actually with Adam right before the end of the game. These are the things that you kind of want in the preseason. You want this adversity. You want Luke Hughes to be able to go in with the coaching staff, look at the tape, and be clear on what he needs to clean up. There's going to be a lot going on, that there's going to be great offensive plays that he makes. You're not as focused on that because we already know what he's going to be able to do. We know what he's going to be able to do on the power play as well. Now it comes down to, can he clean up these mistakes to be a consistent NHL player right now. We know what he's going to be in the future. Is he ready right now? I do think he is, and I think that he will learn from these mistakes. So when he goes back and watches the tape and sees what he did, he's going to be able to clean it up with the coaching staff. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in the last two preseason games if he does play in both. Colin Miller made a very bad mistake on the blue line for that first goal. When you leave Barzal on a breakaway, he's going to score 7-8 times out of 10. Akira Schmidt giving up 5 goals tonight. I look at it and I see it as none of them were really his fault, in the sense he was kind of left wide open. There was almost no shot on 4 of those goals. One of them where it hit his glove, I think that he could have made that save, but I think we all know Akira. He's going to say he has to play better, and he showed it in the third, especially late in that game, to seal the victory in the last minute and a half. So I'm not too concerned about Akira at all. It's the defense that I was concerned with. But Colin Miller, like I was saying, at the blue line, did make some mistakes early, but you saw him with Nisiul actually at the end of the game, that pairing. He locked up the puck behind the net for 20 seconds, literally 15 to 20 seconds. It was unbelievable, chewing up the time where the Islanders were buzzing. You saw that they were pushing. They were getting really physical behind the net. So Colin Miller is going to be okay. And he's a veteran guy that I think is very important for this team. And I think he's going to be playing with Luke Hughes. I've talked with Adam about it, in previous episodes. I think that you're going to see him be a staple with Luke Hughes because of that veteran presence. And Luke's going to be able to learn a lot from him, being a little bit more cautious with the puck, not taking as many chances in the defensive zone. And Colin Miller positionally will be able to protect him as a little bit of a security blanket for Luke Hughes when he does step up, or if he does make those mistakes. Also love seeing Nemec actually paired up with Luke Hughes. Nemec was okay tonight. Yeah, we didn't call his name a lot. You saw that he did make some mistakes, just like Luke Hughes. Not as egregious as Luke, I don't think. But the fact that we didn't call his name a lot means that he was playing positionally well. He was playing all right. I'm not too concerned about Nemec. I'm still at the stage of thinking that he needs that full year in the AHL in Utica to really develop his game. I don't see him being an NHL player yet. I know there's a lot of controversy on that. Like, let's throw him in. Let's get him in right now and see what he can do on the NHL level. I don't think he's ready for that. And I think it's a disservice to him to put him into the NHL, onto the Devils now. I think that you really need to give him that full year in Utica to really develop his game. And you saw it tonight. You saw the flashes of being very strong on the puck, closing in on the puck on the defensive zone, finding the open man and the right play up the boards to make sure to get it out through the neutral zone and back into our offensive zone. So Nemec, decent game. John Marino, he's a scoring machine. Let's call it what it is, right? 2 goals tonight. You love seeing it from John Marino. Obviously, you're not going to see that day in and day out with Marino in the regular season. But listen, him and Kevin Ball, I think that you're starting to see that is going to be a consistent pairing through the regular season. They complement each other so well, and they're that defensive shutdown pairing that I think is going to go against a lot of top lines this year. So I'm super excited about it. We're going to jump into a lot of different things to complete this post-game recap. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our friends, and that is over at DraftKings. So just so you guys know, we're back with another week of football. Football season is upon us, guys. And DraftKings Sportsbook is keeping us in on the NFL action with great offers every single game day. New customers can bet $5. That is $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Throw $5 down on any this week epic matchup to walk away an instant winner. And DraftKings is stopping. They're not stopping there. All customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every game day this September. Football is more fun, obviously, when you're in the action. So download the app now and sign up with code THPN. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL with code THPN. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccp.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, licensed partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, 21 plus, ages vary by jurisdiction, void in Ontario, up north. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility, terms, and responsibility gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions. Oh, they do apply. Yeah, talking about some betting. I would not have bet the over on the Devils Islanders tonight. That is for sure. So definitely get on the action. We're going to talk. Adam and I are going to talk a little bit more in regards to some of the lines. We have some fun with parlays. We've talked about it on previous episodes. So we're going to see what the Devils are going to be able to do. We're going to talk numbers to some kind of future bets as well. But, getting back into tonight, seeing the 6-5 victory, it's awesome, obviously, to see Jesper Bratt score those 3 goals, get that hat trick. I joked around with a bunch of friends on social media. Listen, save some of those goals for the regular season. But listen, this line is so fluid. This top line is so fluid that it's going to be so much fun to watch them play. And going to the fourth line, which I think that we saw a potential for 3 or 4 players that are on the cusp. Seeing Thompson play tonight, played very well. I thought that he found the open ice, found the space. He was very physical on the puck. Clark left a little bit to be desired, It's same with Nosek tonight. I thought that they didn't have the best games. You saw it on a couple goals. They were late to their defensive assignments right in front of the net, which left Akira basically open to an easy goal for the Islanders. And those are things that you're going to clean up. But McLeod continues to be McLeod. He's just getting better and better, it seems, every single preseason game. And as time goes on, we talked about it, when the Devils were playing the Rangers in the playoffs, that he just went to a different level. He switched gears and he has not looked back since then. So I'm really excited to see how this fourth line shapes out. And to me, this game was very specifically based around those line combinations and seeing who your fourth line is going to be. And we have probably the potential to be one of the best fourth lines in hockey. You think about it. Nosek was a fourth-line center for the Bruins last year who won 65 games and were the President's Cup trophy winner. So he is very familiar with winning hockey, and I think that he will be playing on the NHL level along with McLeod. And right now, for me, it's a coin flip. I think Bastian and I think Lazar have the opportunity to be starting on that fourth line. And for whoever doesn't, I think there'll be a healthy scratch. And you can see someone like Thompson, making this NHL roster and being another healthy scratch. And in regards to defense, again, we talk about, your top pairings obviously being Siegenthaler and Hamilton, who we didn't see tonight. But watching Ball and Marino, I think everyone out there, all Devils fans can agree, it's exciting to watch them. To see Ball's physical play and to still be able to see him skate the way he does up and down the ice and be defensively responsible and get some assists and make some plays through the neutral zone. It's awesome to watch. And Marino, seeing the 2 goals obviously is awesome, but to me, he is our best defensive defenseman with Siegenthaler. Just watching those 2 guys play, you're going to see them with a ton of ice time, during the regular season. And tonight is just a small snippet of what to expect, I think, for the regular season. But we got a lot to cover, obviously. We're going to have a lot of fun, for the rest of the preseason. Adam and I are going to come back, tomorrow or the following day to really discuss the last 2 preseason games, what the Devils should be looking at to really cement these lines, the top 4 lines for the NHL, and talk a little bit more about pairings. I'm also curious to hear what Adam thinks, because we all know Adam's going to get a number 43 Luke Hughes jersey, what he thought about his play tonight too. So again, it's a revolving door in the sense the Devils are 5-0 and we love to see it, but the revolving door is really finding out who these players are going to be that are going to really take that leap forward and be at the NHL level. And it was fun to watch, looking at the fourth line players, looking at who can be on a specific line and seeing that cohesiveness and seeing that consistent play throughout the year. And for me right now, as I said, I'm going to go with Nosek, McLeod, and Lazar for me right now until I see Bastian play a little bit more. But listen, you guys can find us on Twitter, so make sure you go over there and you give us a follow. Check out we're going to do some live videos too, on YouTube. We're going to go on Twitter. We're going to go on Facebook throughout the year. So make sure you go over and follow us on Twitter at NJDevilsPL. You can find us on all social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, at Devils Puck Luck. Make sure you go and follow Adam Armbrecht at Adam Armbrecht, and I am at Danny the Face. We're going to be back. We're going to be back very soon. So make sure you guys stay tuned in. And until then, I don't have a punchline like Adam does. He comes up with them on the fly. I don't know how he does it, But until then, we will see you guys soon. Danny, checking out.